would have you help her finish her patrol. Here's what we'll do. I'll take the east side of the inn, you clear the west. That way you can have an undiluted experience with the resident terrors. These marks on your maps are where the usual trouble spots are. You can assume that any beast with a white hide or carapace is a sin eater, but you'll know for sure soon enough when they come slavering after your ether. Remember, it's kill or be killed with these monsters. Once you've slain whatever's prowling around out there, we can rendezvous back at the north entrance. Good hunting. Thank you. Alright. I don't want to deal with you. Go away. How far are you gonna chase me? Alright. Whoosh. Alright. Okay. It's probably gonna overlap. Yeah, if I hadn't had. Alright. Alright, Alisaie, I did it. Okay. How did you fare? 2. I thought there might be 1 or 2 lurking on the fringes. Nothing out of the ordinary for this area. I expected you to notice it for yourself, but individually, these lesser sin-eaters are no more deadly than any natural predator you might encounter in the desert. It's when they appear in numbers that they pose a threat. Much like the Voidescent, they have an unfortunate tendency to flock to the strongest of their kind. Thus, when a powerful sin-eater goes on the hunt, it might be attended by a veritable swarm of weaker kin. Imagine an army of such creatures descending on a village or hamlet. That's the basic idea behind my patrols, to cull their ranks often enough that their numbers won't be overwhelming when the big ones come out to play. And you've certainly helped on that front. Let's report our victories to Tesleen, shall we? She hasn't been telling you stories, has she? Oh god. Alisaie tells me you helped out on her patrol. You have our thanks, and my apologies for leading you from one battle into another ever since the moment we met. In any case, I'm glad to see the two of you found each other. You have no idea how badly Alisaie has missed your company. Everything she says is always, if Lisbeth were here, she would... That's an exaggeration, and I don't sound like that either. I was simply trying to view matters from another perspective, and I respect Lisbeth's methods. Honestly, after seeing her in action, I can understand why. The way she leaps into the fray without hesitation, it is really something to behold. I might be a little smitten myself. I'm only teasing. Although I've no doubt she deserves all the admiration she gets, just as you do. Alright. That's what I get for sharing. Maybe I'll just head out on another patrol. A purchase of fruit. Tesleen has the air of a woman being pulled in 10 directions at once. I'd love to lay out a welcome meal, but the duties I put off when I went to the market are still waiting for me. There are 101 things that need doing. I'm sorry, but would you mind waiting here with Alisaie? What? And twiddle our thumbs while you work yourself to death. Surely there's something we can help you with. I could do with a hand, it's true. Thank you. You can start by helping me sort out the larder, Alisaie. While we do that, could you tend to a few of the patients, perhaps? There are 3 in particular I meant to visit. It's just a matter of saying a few words to them and seeing that their skin isn't caked in sand. Their names are Pawnee, Todden, and Halric. They may not give much in the way of a response, but I promise they'll be pleased to meet someone new. Alright. And all the side quests here opened up. Alright. Alright, Pawnil. Thank you. Alright. Todden glances up at you blankly, but you notice the tension in his face ease slightly. Another one? Alright. Halric. Halric remains utterly still as you wipe the sand from his cheek. The texture of his skin is hardened into something akin to plaster. Alright, Alisaie. Your work is done then? You've seen to the patients? How were they? Good, that's good. I knew they would enjoy meeting you. I'm concerned about Halric, though. I'll have to speak with the other carers, but I think his time may be near. We shall leave you to have that discussion then. I was going to take Lisbeth to Mord Sook if you have any errands there that need doing. Well, I suppose there's one thing. Would you pick up a nectarine from the markets, please? Cassard's cavern just passed through, so Ron should have some fresh fruit. Come then, Lisbeth, there's something I want you to see. Right after we stop at Ron's stall, of course. Let's see about the nectarine, shall we? Cutscene about a nectarine. Oh ho, back again, are you? You need another taste of Ron's wares? Actually, we're looking to buy a nectarine. Do you have any in stock? Oh yes, nectarines, peaches, grapes, fresh and juicy. Given how richly you cracked your coin purse with me, I might still owe you food. Here, take this one, free of charge. Gods, I've never seen a Mord merchant give something away for nothing before. How much coin did you spend here? Oh yes, I'll take a jar of honeyed worms as well. Oh, oh no, they're not for me. It's an offering of sorts. Ahem, the worms if you please. Only the best wrigglers for you. Come again, my friends. Right, that's our shopping chores taken care of. Let's head up past the 8th right to the main tower. The view I want to show you can only be seen from its very top. Here are your precious worms, and that buys us a trip to the top of the tower, does it not? Glazed wrigglers, you actually brought them. I really shouldn't let you, but just this once, alright? Only once. Never fails. Shall we?
Look, over there, where the wall is broken. Do you see what lies beyond? That's what the land became after the light flooded in. An empty white nothingness. Life cannot exist in such conditions. The primordial light would wreak havoc on the body's etheric balance. That nectarine you bought. It's Halrick's favorite fruit. Most of the patients, Halrick included, survived the attacks of powerful eaters. But their fate was sealed all the same. The monster's corruption has entered their bodies, and their very essence is being subsumed by light. The twisted state of the world itself just makes matters worse. Under normal circumstances, a person's ether naturally tends to equilibrium. But for these poor souls, the opposite is true. Sooner or later, every single one of them will turn. Tesleen and the patients, they all know this. They know what has to be done before the change goes too far, before the eater within takes over. The preferred method is mixing poison into their favorite food. In my time here, I've borne witness to a lot of last meals. I feel just as helpless as before. No matter how hard I fight, it's never enough. But it's a war I mean to wage, nonetheless. Speaking of wars, do you remember how I made you promise not to leave me and then promptly collapsed?
Yes.
Well, let's just say I had a few choice words for the Exarch concerning the timing of his summons. But even if the fault lay with someone else, I couldn't shake the feeling that I'd abandon you on the battlefield. So I swore that I'd make up for my absence there by making a difference here. And that's what keeps me moving forward, even when things seem hopeless. On which note, it's time we headed back. The longer we keep Tesleen waiting, the harder this will be for her.
All right. I'm glad I was able to show you that. When it comes to understanding the catastrophe which befell the first, one glimpse of the empty wasteland beyond the wall is worth more than an hour of Ariange's lecturing. And I needed you to know beyond a doubt that Tesleen has no other choice. That Nectarine will be a kindness. It isn't just the threat posed to others. When a person becomes an eater, the pain appears to be excruciating. The carers are truly fond of their wards and would spare them that suffering. It is their way of fighting back against a fate worse than death. Go ahead. I think she's been waiting for us. You're back. I hope you had a nice time. Did you manage to find a nectarine? Thank you. Alisaie has explained why I wanted this, has she? I can see it in your eyes. But we may not need it just yet. I spoke with the others, and we've decided to keep an eye on Halrick for now. Thanks to you, though, if his time does come suddenly, we'll be ready to send him on his way with a taste of happier days. Alright. Quest 11, here we come. Not you. Hi. Tesleen makes an effort to smile brightly. Well, nothing is going to happen for a little while yet, so let's see if we can't lighten the mood. We don't want our gloomy faces worrying the patients. I think it's time for that welcome meal, don't you? Take a seat and I'll make us a nice stew.
Speak up if you'd like another helping. I made a little bit more than usual today.
And you've added something special to the broth, if I'm not mistaken.
Aye, well, it's not often we have visitors from the Crystarium, so I may have thrown in a few extra bits and bobs.
I'll have another bowl then.
That's what I like to hear. Give me a moment to warm up the pot.
It's over the fire, okay.
In a place like this, you learn to take what moments of happiness you can get. I remember when I first came here with my mother. She was showing the early signs. I knew there was no way to save her, but I just couldn't face what needed to be done. That's the way of it for most people. Why they travel from arms to stay here. Beaten, broken souls come to wait out the inevitable, to receive the mercy of a painless death. When my mother finally left this world, I was mad with grief, but also thankful that her passing was a peaceful one. It's never easy, ending a life you've cared for, even when you believe they go on to a better place. I often find myself wishing the Warrior of Darkness would come and do that part for me.
The Warrior of Darkness?
You've never heard the tale? I'm not sure where it began, but every child in Norvrent could tell you a version of it. Warrior of Darkness, servant of death, take care of our souls at our dying breath. Let sinners and eaters of sin go with thee, that all may return to the sunless sea. Well, that's the version I was taught anyway. It's just an old bedtime story. He's certainly never deigned to visit us here.
Which is a good thing, surely. He sounds rather ominous.
Do you think so? I always liked the idea that he treated every soul the same, even the Sin Eaters.
They're coming.
Desleen! Have you seen Halric? I swear, I only took my eyes off him for a moment.
Where could he have gone? Elizabeth, Alisaie, we have to go look for Halric. I don't know what's gotten into him, but if he's wandering out there alone, we'll assign search areas and split up. Any idea where he might be headed? No, he's never done anything like this before, but it can't be a coincidence that the other pages are suddenly so agitated. They can sense something. In any case, let's keep the search close to the end. Halric isn't very sure on his feet, so he won't have gone far. I'll search the east side. Please, Halric, please be alright. I'll cover the north and west then. You take everything from here to the south. Alright, my dude, where are ya? You see no sign of Halric. Maybe he went further west. You scan your surroundings in search of Halric, and suddenly find yourself under attack.
Any sign of him? No luck then. But he surely can't have gone far. We should keep looking. The Sin Eaters are out in force, and if we don't find him soon, you can be sure they will. Did you see the size of that thing? It must be one of the nasty ones. Wherever it's going, it can only mean trouble. After it! There it is! Is that... Oh no! Halric!
We have to run!
Tesseline! No!
We all deserve happiness. Wherever we can find it.
I'm speechless. I didn't really have a reaction. I was just kind of like, oh shit. I'm glad I didn't get to know
The
her
time
well.
left to you is precious. No one should die in pain.
Like you are right now?
Mother, I...
Was that Caribou though? Oh jeez. Oh god. What is... I don't want... Ew, what is happening? I mean, I get that she's turning, I get that, but... Oh, Jesus. Poor Alisaie, though. Oh! Oh, that sound! Oh my god! No! How's that thing still flying with half a wing? Stop defying physics, please. Oh my god.
No, 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 no!
Oh, poor Alisaie.
Forgive me, Alisaie.
Alice, I can't catch a break. First the kobold kid and now this? God. Holy shit. I'm sorry, Elizabeth. I need to tell the carers what happened, but I can't be the shoulder they lean on, not like this. I got you, girl. It's just so unfair. Tesseline was always so cheery with the patients, telling them not to be scared, that there wouldn't be any pain. Of all the people in the world to suffer such a fate. I imagine you're just as shocked as the rest of us, so I appreciate what you're doing here. Me, I don't have the words. Without a body, we can't even give her a proper burial. And she cared about that sort of thing. About giving people the chance to say their goodbyes. Why do I have to speak with Halric? Halric is as unresponsive as ever. He stands motionless, staring up into the sky where the Sin Eaters made their escape. Whoosh. Alright. If that happens to any of the Scions, I'm unsubbing. Nobody spoil anything. Alisaie is lost in grief. Tears on the sand. Alisaie is very to the point. She would prefer this. I've spoken with the carers. Thank you. What you're doing, it means a lot to them, to me. Sorry to interrupt. We realized we hadn't thanked you for rescuing Halric. You weren't hurt at all, were you? Hurt? There wasn't even a fight. I was too late, too slow. I thought I could protect you. You can't blame yourself for things beyond your control. You brought Halric back safe and sound. No one could have done any more. I'm sorry, but I've come to a decision. I won't be continuing in my role here. I hope you'll forgive me for leaving you, and that you will delay Halric's last meal for as long as you possibly can. Not until it's too late, of course. Just give him what time you can. We always do. Of course, she would have done the same. Farewell, Halric. Keep Tesseline's words close to your heart. Wait, you're leaving this very moment. I understand how you must feel, but surely this is a bit hasty. Do you even have anywhere to go? I have a destination in mind, yes, and a purpose. Oh, that's bright. This damned light, building without cease. It's the reason we can't save those corrupted by the Eaters. But what if we corrected the balance? Even if it were only little by little. Even if it took years, surely it would make things better. Now hold on there. Everyone knows there's too much light, but how could you even hope to get rid of it? You'd have to change the whole world. That's right. We should return to the Crystarium. I may not be able to repel the Eaters on my own, but I can still use the skills I've gained here to hurt them. They're broken in. What? What? My gosh. Alright. So... where do I need to go? I need to go... oh, for Pete's sake. Is that a chocobo thingy? Can I fly there? I don't want to go all the way. Oh. Never mind. Make a really good hip teacher, Mom. Glad. Alright. Let's get out of here. Golly day. I'm lost. Where am I? Did I miss a porter down there? Where am I? For Pete's sake, where's the door? I hate maps. No. You may not. So, like, Tesleen was attacked by the Sin Eater. She wasn't bitten or anything. She was, like, stabbed. Did I miss a porter over here? No. Alright. Xard's back. Lisbeth, good to see you again. You look like you have a story or two to tell, but I had sent you to get back to the Crystarium. Forgive me, Lisbeth. I couldn't stay there a moment longer. But I was serious about what I said. While these men and women at the inn battle against this blight with kindness, I must fight it in my own way, with steel. From Eorzea's sword in the darkness to Norbert's sword in the light? Gods above, I feel like it was an age ago now. Miss Alisaie, is there anything I can get you? You're swift as Amaro. Amaro? I need to return to the Crystarium immediately. As you wish. Ugh, remind me to wear goggles if we ever fly over Amh Araeng again. I've barely gotten the sand out of my eyes. But the wind did help to clear my head at least. I think I'm ready to meet with the X-Arch. We need to talk about how we're going to wipe the Sin Eaters out, shall we? Alright, we're back here. Alright, Alisaie. This makes me happy. Thank you for seeking me out, Lisbeth. It meant a lot to have you there at my side. I was tempted to set off again the moment we had decided upon a direction. But you still have to visit Alphino, haven't you? And if I know my brother, he'll be on the cusp of discovering something vital to our success, if he hasn't already. I'm content to stay here and consider our options for the time being. But don't keep me waiting too long, eh?